I've had moon water and my cycle in a little glass jar for a while, and all of a sudden this little plant sprouted, which is crazy. I don't know what the hell that is. Like, I've never seen mold like that. That's crazy. So I've had moon water and my cycle in a little glass jar for a while.
So TikTok cousins, I'm not sure if y'all saw this lady's video where she took her menstrual cycle blood, BLOD, and some moon water and submerged it, and a plant grew. Y'all don't find it ironic that this lady video is going viral after I've been making videos trying to explain to the world and tell the world how I had a revelation that God gave me and showed me how women are gardens, literal gardens. I literally been breaking it all down on my page. This is why I be telling y'all, God is so intentional. The divine feminine is rising. She will continue to rise and expose truth, love, and light. That's what it's all about. It overpowers all. But they always wanted us to think that our cycles were so disgusting and so shameful. And so, y'all, this is a message. If y'all haven't seen it, look it up on your TikTok. Do your research. Do y'all understand how powerful your cycle is? Do you understand all the things you can do with your cycle? I don't think y'all understand. Y'all don't understand. So TikTok.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
And I,
Alchemy can find its roots in Egypt, with the term itself originating from the Arabic al-Khamia, and a possible root is the ancient Egyptian word kemet, which refers to the black soil of the Nile River Valley. This fertile soil was associated with life and transformation, concepts that would later become integral to alchemical practices. Egypt was extremely occult, with its rich esoteric symbolism and complex rituals permeating various aspects of daily life and spiritual practices. Egypt was home to a complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, as well as initiation ceremonies in the mystery schools, both of which showcase the occult and alchemical aspects of ancient Egyptian spirituality. The moniker Hermes Trismegistus, an amalgamation of the Hellenic deity Hermes and the honorific title Thrice Great, finds its roots in the ancient Egyptian pantheon's Thoth, the divine patron of scribes and master of sacred symbols. Egypt's beliefs surrounding the afterlife, rebirth, and mummification further contributed to alchemical values. The preservation of the body through mummification was essential for the survival of one's life force, or Ka, in the afterlife. We all know of the ancient astronaut theory. Mainstream scholars and popular authors for some reason conclude that aliens are involved with Egypt, such as with the Dendera light bulb. Is this really a light bulb? Or is it instructions for creating a homunculus? The Dendera temple is dedicated to the goddess Hathor. Comparable to Mary, she was the mother of Horus and Ra, yet also Ra's feminine counterpart, forming an androgynous being. Hathor embodies both Mary Magdalene and the Whore of Babylon, the Scarlet Harlot. She also helps souls in the afterlife as they transition and is often accompanied by another god. This god is Heket, the Egyptian goddess of fertility who is represented in the form of a frog. The symbol of the frog was their ancient symbol of fertility, and it seems to represent spontaneous generation. The princess kissed the frog. These gods often had counterparts, serving not only as spouses but also as divisions of a primary hermaphroditic deity, illustrating the duality and unity in their divine nature. If we look at the full depiction, who's operating the ritual? Heket, and this is all for Hathor. The snake is being held by two hands, and we see a snake inside the light bulb, or more likely, a sperm in a flask. This seems more likely to be an alchemical process of the creation of an artificial life rather than some type of light generator, as Egypt was known for having tools to assist in the process of getting pregnant and giving birth. Before going any further, we must go over Paracelsus. Born Philippus Areolus Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim, the Swiss physician, alchemist, and philosopher who lived during the Renaissance period, early 1500s, but shockingly, he is literally the father of toxicology, so we know that all his credentials check out. He was a revolutionary figure in the—
Hold the freaking phone!
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop. Let me out. Let me out. I want out.
Easy, Neo. Easy.
Get this thing. Get away from me. Stay away from me. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's gonna pop.
Breathe, Neo. Just breathe.
Do I believe in witchcraft? Yes. Do I believe that the vast majority of it is spicy psychology? Yeah. Do I also believe in an unseen energy that I believe one day will be explained or quantified by science in a way that we do not yet fully understand yet? Also yes. Do I believe that pretty rocks will make me feel slightly better in this hellscape of an earth? Absolutely. Do I believe in witchcraft?
Objects, and they adopted Hermes Trismegistus as their patron. Another aspect to consider is the Mandrake. As interestingly, it's brought up many times during this period, but this lore, although not exactly the same as the Homunculus, is definitely connected, and most of us are well aware of this plant. But the Mandrake has been associated with this concept of the Homunculus, and according to the occult tradition and alchemical philosophy, the Mandrake acts as a homunculus and can be sealed in a bottle to serve or represent the magician themselves. It is also said to have hallucinogenic and supernatural properties. If uprooted, it would scream, killing anyone who heard it. This is very similar to another story we'll hear later. It also seems that this has alchemical applications in the forms of potions and spells, and that the power of the Mandrake extended beyond ingesting it. To use it as a fertility aid, the root could be placed under a person's pillow, or it could be kept close to someone ill to treat their condition. In the film Pan's Labyrinth, for example, the heroine places the root in a saucer of milk under her sick mother's bed. Roots were sometimes carved to enhance their human form, and could be carried on the person as a charm or talisman, not only to help with conception, but to help find love and bring good fortune. It has a long history of medicinal use, and one of the oldest and most common uses was a fertility aid. In Genesis, the first book of the Old Testament, Jacob's wives, the sister, Leah and Rachel, compete to provide him with children with the help of a mandrake. In the 1st century, the ancient Greek physician and botanist Pedanius Dioscorides noted the human-like form of the mandrake's roots and indicated its use as an anesthetic for surgical procedures such as amputation. The golem is also connected with this. There are some differences, but it's important that we cover it. A golem is an anthropomorphic being crafted from lifeless materials like clay or mud, and is brought to life through ritual incantations and sequences of Hebrew letters. In many golem stories, the creature serves as a helper, companion, or savior of an endangered Jewish community. However, in some tales, the golem spirals out of control and becomes a threat to its creator. The most renowned golem legend takes place in Prague and features the scholarly Rabbi Lowe. The first practical instructions for creating a golem can be found in medieval commentaries on the Sefer Yetzirah. It is believed that fashioning a golem was a means for medieval Jewish mystics to draw closer to God. The story of the Golem of Prague is set in the late 16th century during the reign of Emperor Rudolf II. At this time, the Jewish community in Prague was under threat due to anti-Semitic attacks and accusations of blood libel. Rabbi Lowe, a respected leader and scholar, sought to protect the Jewish community from these threats. According to the legend, Rabbi Lowe created the golem using clay from the banks of the Vitava River. He then performed a series of rituals, including the use of divine names, to bring the golem to life. The golem, named Yosel, was tasked with protecting the Jewish community from harm. Yosel, the golem of Prague, was said to be immensely strong and able to turn invisible. It patrolled the streets of the Jewish ghetto at night, protecting its inhabitants from anti-Semitic attackers and even foiling blood libel plots. However, the golem could not speak and eventually became uncontrollable, leading Rabbi Lowe to deactivate it. The golem is brought to life by inscribing Hebrew words on its forehead, such as the word emet, which means truth in Hebrew. To deactivate the golem, one could remove the aleph in emet, changing the inscription from truth to death, met meaning dead. The history of the golem reaches back to early Judaism. In the Talmud, Adam is initially created as a golem when his dust is kneaded into a shapeless husk. Just like Adam, all golems are created from mud by those close to divinity, but no anthropogenic golem is fully human. Essentially, it is a story of the magical power of the Hebrew language. Its origins can be traced back to the Sefer Yetzirah, which is a book attributed to the biblical Abraham. Medieval commenters on the Sefer Yetzirah have even believed that Abraham and Jeremiah were able to utilize the knowledge within the book to create, quote, living beings. The fact that Abraham was aware of these methods of creating artificial life will be relevant later in the video. Albertus Magnus, sometimes referred to as Albert the Great or Saint Albert, was a German Dominican friar, bishop, philosopher, theologian, and scientist. He was born in Lauingen, Swabia, present-day Germany, and was a well-known figure in the intellectual and spiritual spheres of the 13th century. Albertus Magnus was a prolific writer. His works covered a wide range of topics, including logic, metaphysics, ethics, natural sciences, and theology. He was a key figure in the development of scholasticism, a philosophical and theological system that sought to reconcile faith and reason by integrating Aristotelian philosophy with Christian theology. Albertus Magnus is also linked to a very mysterious piece of ancient technology, the brazen head. This mysterious head, supposedly made of brass or bronze, was believed to answer any question and provide wisdom to its creator. Some say Albertus Magnus was its creator, and others claim it was the creation of Franciscan friar Roger Bacon. Legend has it that Bacon built the brazen head to help him in the pursuit of knowledge and to uncover the universe's secrets. Sadly, the brazen head was destroyed when Bacon didn't listen to its advice, causing the loss of its wisdom and knowledge. In another story, Albertus Magnus is said to have created a brazen head that could speak and answer questions. However, his student, Thomas Aquinas, allegedly destroyed the automaton, fearing it was a tool of the devil. It's not entirely clear where the brazen head originated. Some people think it was inspired by the Greek myth of Talos, a massive bronze automaton crafted by Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths and artisans. Others think that it may have come from the Jewish legend of
some crazy drama. So it says, a woman's menstrual blood turned into a plant in moon water, by the way. Then it was like a little collage of a bunch of like old paintings, you know, like oil paintings and stuff. And for reference, all of the oil paintings are of white women. I go to the comments because I'm like, wait, is this real? Like, what are people talking about? First thing I see, race doesn't matter. How did this become about race? And I'm like, oh shit, like this comment section is gonna be fucking crazy. So this person points out that it was a black woman who did this. And this person replies, why does skin color matter? And this person says, black women are magic. And this person says, LMAO, magic in what way? Then this other person says, wait, why is everyone being racist under a feminist post? Person replies, because multiple black women came onto this post and said that the creator was racist for not including a black woman's photo in this when a black woman was the one who made algae out of her period blood with moon water. I swear to God, I'm dead serious too, LMAO. And this person said, I mean, I understand wanting the photo and the credit, but there's so many people in the section saying black woman's DNA or spirit, and it's weird. I think people forget that black and white are not the only races, which no one said they were. And also, I scrolled through every comment. Nobody said that. So I don't know where.
Black people been asking me. They say, yo, Montague, full moon is upon us. What can I do to get more in tune with the moon? How can I use this moon to harmonize my emotions, enhance my dreams, and gain deeper spiritual insights? I'm like, yo, water. Water is the element of the moon. It's just as yin as the moon, and it pulls in those lunar rays. Also, silver is the metal of the moon. If you notice, I have a silver chalice there. That silver is really pulling in those lunar rays. There's no other metal that's going to synchronize with the moon in that way. It is the metal of the moon, silver. You can also enhance your water by adding quartz for clarity. You could use amethyst to increase psychic powers, or use moonstone as well to magnify the lunar rays. Remember that you want to know what zodiac sign that moon is in. Look at that double-sided mirror and how I'm pulling those rays like almost like a beam into that water, into that silver container, pulling it deep like a beam. You want to use a magnifying glass or a mirror like this to really pull it in there. Make sure, once again, you know the
Here's
here's my latest batch of moon water. I always drink my moon water. I tend to like it in the evening, especially just for winding down and protection. And when I make my moon water, I always get it out of this tap here. And so this last round, when I tasted it, we had a particularly good moon this round. I noticed it tasted different. So I took my aquarium testing strips, and as you can see, I'm testing them here. And I found something very interesting about the moon water being left in the moon overnight. First of all, I should add that we had some snow here, which makes it a little extra magical, but I found that the moon water itself is slightly less alkaline than the tap.
Cycle blood, you can use it for rituals later. Water your plants, make a face mask, you can even add it to your tea. Save your moon cycle blood, you can use it for rituals later. Water your plants, make a face mask, you can even add it to your tea. Save your moon cycle blood.
Golem. In a way, this can be seen as the ancient form of what we're seeing today with ChatGPT. Is this some historical reference to artificial intelligence that they were using in the exact same way that we're attempting to do? The difference is that modern AI systems are purely code and simulate the brain, and most of what we experience today in language transformers have to be thoroughly trained manually and depend on complex hardware. However, with the Brazen Head, this would have been powered metaphysically with true artificial intelligence. This would be far more powerful, as they essentially had the ability to speak with some type of all-knowing spirit. It literally involves the creation of a non-human entity, or you could say homunculus, capable of processing information, answering questions, and providing knowledge. It seems to be the exact same thing as ChatGPT, but far more powerful, and if it's possible that this may be a true story, then what other kind of technology did some of these royals or secret brothers have access to? So I guess you could say that the Brazen Head was an early precursor to the idea of artificial intelligence, with both aiming to create an entity capable of providing knowledge and wisdom. However, the way that they were created and the forces that powered them are vastly different. There's actually more to this story, and we'll come back in a later section.
She got her fight back. She got her power back. She got her authority back. She got her vulnerability back. She got her humility back. She got her creativity back. That's a good word for somebody, because your daughter needs